Hi, I'm Leslie Hazelton, and I had an abortion when I was 20 and newly arrived in Jerusalem. Abortion was still illegal in Israel, and I was dead broke, but I was also lucky. I found my way to the office of a woman whose job it was to help innocents abroad like me. She took one look at me standing miserably in the doorway, and before I could even open my mouth said, "You're pregnant, aren't you?" And I go, "No." And she said, "You need an abortion?" And I go, "Yeah." And she said, you don't know where to go. And even if you did, you don't have the money to pay for it. And then she said, "Sit down." And she made 3 phone calls. The first was to the doctor to set up the appointment. The second was to get me a loan to pay him. And the third was to find me a job so as I could pay back the loan. And with those 3 phone calls, it really felt like she saved my life. I didn't know it at the time, but she was pregnant with her second child, who was born a few months later on the day the war broke out. Her husband was a reporter, so he was at the front, and it was me who looked after her and her newborn and her 4-year-old. And she'd later tell me that it felt like I'd saved her life. This is the power of women standing up for each other, and is why I'm standing here today to say, yes, I had an abortion, and yes, I'm so glad I did. It's time to shout my abortion. Maybe it's time to shout yours too.